It has been 4 days now since a 7th grader in Douglas County was killed on his way to school. 13-year-old Alex Makowicz was hit by a driver at the corner of Highlands Ranch Parkway and Veniford Ranch Road Wednesday morning. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause shows how the community came together this afternoon to honor Alex's memory and push for change on that very busy stretch of road.
A few miles away from where Alex Makowicz died.
Yeah, he was just really special.
People are gathering to remember how he lived. Brianna Bedini remembers her friend Alex.
Well, he was really funny. He'd always bring a smile on my face no matter how I was feeling, and I could feel like I could talk to him about a lot of stuff.
The 13-year-old from Highlands Ranch died Wednesday morning, hit by a driver while he was riding his one-wheel to school.
And it's just been hard going to school and his desk being empty. Because, he used to sit there.
Friends say Alex was a car fanatic.
Thank you very much for coming. We're just waiting for Douglas County Sheriff's Department to give us the go-ahead.
So they lined up. Classic cars, fast cars, sports cars, family cars. Hundreds hit the road, driving in his memory down Highlands Ranch Parkway to the corner of Veniford Ranch Road. At the corner, people watch and wait near the spot where Alex died.
It's been really tough.
But those here hope to see slower, safer driving reach this road.
Yeah, it's just terrible to know that someone right across the street lost their life because of someone else. It just hurts. That is in the driver's control. That has nothing to do with the kid.
A plea for safety, too late for Alex, but not for the other students who still have to cross that same busy stretch of road.
And I just really want to see a change because I don't want to be scared to walk across an intersection when I'm doing the right thing.
The intersection where Alex was killed is a busy one. The speed limit there is 45 miles an hour, but drivers regularly speed down Highlands Ranch Parkway. Just today, I saw drivers texting on their phones while driving, and cars come close to hitting people in the crosswalk. That's why many are now calling for more visible traffic signals, enhanced crosswalks, and increased law enforcement in that area to make that stretch of road a lot safer.
How disappointing that on the very day they're honoring this young boy, that you're also still seeing ongoing safety risks.
Yeah, and we saw it on the night of the vigil they held Thursday night for him as well. It seems like it's just a lot of reckless driving, people not paying attention.
Yeah, okay. Rachel, thank you for your ongoing reporting on this story. Let's now turn our attention to the forecast. It was such a beautiful day across the Front Range today. And Corey, I know, short night of sleep for a lot of folks, but the payoff is we're going to get a late sunset tonight.
The payoff is on the end, and that first final hour that we've been given, we're going to take advantage of with lots of sunshine. So it should be a really nice sunset, despite the lack of clouds that you need to turn the sky pink, but it's going to be a nice final hour of the day. I'll take a look outside right now. You see those clear blue skies that just about everybody in Colorado saw all across the day. You would think the air is dry or something, and I think if we take a look at the telemetry from Denver International Airport, it's even drier today than it was yesterday. Dew point temperature of -4 and only 6% humidity. That is just frightening. If we had any wind at all, we'd be looking at widespread fire weather danger out there. We did have some in the southern part of the state, but that would have been much more widespread if that wind was just a little bit stronger. Here are those forecast low temperatures as we go through the night and into tomorrow morning. Not too bad, 32 degrees in Denver, and a cold morning, of course, in the high country where they don't start to really get any relief in the morning just yet. Here's the Denver forecast going through tomorrow. You'll notice something different about this tomorrow. Lots more clouds in the sky, so we're looking at a cloudy day, but the temperatures could certainly be warmer than they have been the last couple of days. Here's the forecast highs across the Front Range. We'll have more coming up in just a bit.
All right, Corey, thank you. Police are looking for whoever shot and killed a man on the north side of Fort Collins overnight. This happened at an apartment complex off Mangold Lane. This is not far from College and Vine. Police sent out an alert last night at 11:45 asking people to stay inside, lock their doors and their windows, and stay away from the doors and windows. Police believe the shooting was gang-related. Nobody has been arrested. One person is dead and another got hurt in a shooting in Denver overnight. This one took place around the 4700 block of East Evans. This is just off I-25. No arrests at this time. If you know anything, please call Crime Stoppers. Today, flags at the state capitol flew at half-staff, honoring an Eagle County paramedic who died while working a backcountry rescue. Steve Zuckerman died last month in Vail. He worked as a ski patroller for Beaver Creek for more than 25 years before becoming a paramedic in 2008. Democratic Governor Jared Polis ordered flags to half-staff from sunrise to sunset today to honor Zuckerman on the day of his memorial service. You know, Colorado just doesn't have enough workers. Now, state lawmakers are introducing a whole bunch of new bills to try and address the state's workforce shortage, like making it easier for Colorado workers to get the training and the education they need, and building off of Opportunity Now, a grant program that's awarded $27 million to help connect Coloradans with in-demand careers. Other bills in that package include supporting the educator workforce and higher ed projects. Tomorrow, Mayor Johnston in Denver will be holding a ceremony to welcome the new residents of the tiny homes along Santa Fe near Iliff. Outreach officers will spend the week getting 60 people moved in. The new residents will get their own tiny home and wraparound services. A second micro-community is also being built on Ilati near Civic Center Park. That one's expected to open later this month. This week, Vice President Kamala Harris will be coming to Denver. We are one of 4 states that she's now visiting after President Biden's State of the Union address. The White House says she'll be in Denver Tuesday. We do not know where she plans to visit yet, but we know she plans to talk about small businesses and the economy. This is her 4th visit to Colorado since taking office. When the town of Bennett did not renew its 911 contract with the Adams County Sheriff's Office, people knew some things would be changing. Some of those calls get routed now to a town voicemail for someone just to follow up when they get around to it. Our Evan Krugel has a look at how that's going.
On the high plains east of Denver, the town of Bennett continues to grow.
While we have grown, we're still pretty small right now. Bennett's a really wonderful place. I think people enjoy that small town atmosphere.
It's a place where town manager Trish Stiles says emergency calls don't happen very often.
We average on the Adams County side about 1.7 calls per day. So it's still, you know, I wouldn't say that that's voluminous by any stretch of the imagination.
But when those calls do happen, the person responding might not be who you think. After failing to come to a new agreement, the Adams County Sheriff's Office is no longer responding to non-emergent calls in Bennett.
So what exactly constitutes an emergency call? Well, the Sheriff's Office says it depends on certain criteria. Criteria town officials say they haven't been given.
We have not been given a direct answer. My understanding is he dictated some protocol to his staff in a meeting, but we don't have that information as to what that protocol is.
An Adams County spokesperson told us he doesn't know the specifics on that protocol either, but says they will still respond to in-progress calls and emergent situations. Since the change started last week, records show 9 911 calls have been referred back to the town by dispatchers. Only 2 of those callers have actually called Town Hall to leave a message, where a community services officer like Keith has followed up with pen and paper.
So our CSO officers are taking those messages. If there's information left that they can follow up on, they will call back or go over and meet with them.
A small portion of the town is in Arapahoe County, so they're now working through plans to have that sheriff's office handle calls here moving forward. In the meantime, they say don't be afraid to call 911, but only if it's a real emergency.
That was Evan Krugel reporting. The contract with the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office is not expected to start until May. For now, though, things like animal control and parking tickets are left up to community service officers who can write tickets but just can't make arrests.